I'm Emily Andrade. I'm 40 years old, and I'm the director of interim housing. I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. I was born there, and then I moved to Houston as a little girl, and we lived there until I was 12, and then we moved back to Kansas. I'm the oldest of three kids. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. Me and my sister are 7 years apart, and me and my brother are 3 years apart. My father is Portuguese American. I am a fourth generation Portuguese American, and my mom is comes from Northern European descent, Norwegian, Irish, English. I was on the swim team as a little kid. I played the piano. I did acting. I sang in a choir. I played the clarinet and was in band. And then I also ran some track. So I was pretty active as a kid. Probably wouldn't tell that right now. So when I went to University of Kansas, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I really liked language, and I liked the sound of language. And I got my degree in Spanish and Latin American studies. And I studied abroad. I lived in Costa Rica. I lived in Mexico. I double majored in Latin American studies as well. I know this, but I do speak fluent Spanish. Me llamo Emily Andrade. Then I went to the University of Denver, where I got my master's in social work. In 2007, I moved to Los Angeles and I started working at an agency that did hospice and home health. And I worked there while I was gaining my hours to get towards my licensure in social work. After that, I went and worked at a transitional housing program as a social worker for people who were diagnosed with HIV and AIDS and were experiencing homelessness. So for the next 10 years, I worked at the VA, the federal government, where I worked at the clinics, I worked at the homeless programs, and then I also ended up working as the coordinator for the transitional housing program in the West Los Angeles VA that oversaw all of the transitional housing programs for contracts and grants. So I started at LASA right before COVID, and we all know what happened from there. And so since I've been there, my job's changed a couple of times, but now I am the director of interim housing. Today is awesome. I am married to a television casting producer. I have two small children. I have a 5-year-old who his name's Ryder James Kaipo Silva. He is going to start kindergarten in the fall, and I have a daughter named Kirby, and she is going to start. Well, she's 2. She's just starting to learn to be potty trained. As you can tell, I'm working from home, or as I said, I have small kids, so it can be easy. Okay, for fun, I really enjoy watching TV. I like to binge watch anything I can right now, and I'm also working on my son's needlepoint stocking, which I hope to be done by this Christmas. It has turned into the other thing I do in my free time. When I actually get time to relax, I like to go to the beach. We watch T-ball games with my son. And take it easy. I think one thing that I'm definitely working on is to have a really nice, well-balanced work-life balance. Working from home has made it a little challenging, so I'm excited to go into the office more. I'm always trying new things. I'm trying to learn new projects. That's why I'm doing needle pointing. I try to keep things, try to find new challenges to keep me going so that when I'm done with work, it can be done and I'm working on something else really hard. I want my family to be happy and healthy, and I want all of us to feel a great peace at the end of each day.
Mommy, I love you.
We love you, Mommy.